I have made some bad mistakes in my time, but that's the breaks, and I'll bet I've had way more fun than you.
Okay, today we've got a project that's a labor of love. My daughter was able to get a hold of this bike. Someone had it, and they just had it left and laid in the yard for like a year. Unfortunately, the rain has destroyed all the bearings. The pedals won't turn, the crank barely turns, the rear wheel won't turn. Everything's just totally locked up and no good. So I'm going to tear it down completely and clean all the bearings, clean up all the surfaces that need to be cleaned up, and take care of the weather-checked rubber, and there's rust everywhere. So we'll try to take this apart, clean it up, and make it useful for my oldest granddaughter, Carolyn. Okay, this is about par for what all the bearings look in there. This is mud. This is hard. So the bearings aren't moving, and that's why it doesn't pedal very good and the wheels won't turn. So I'm going to use some WD-40 to clean all this up, repack it with new grease, and then we'll reassemble it after I clean the entire bike one end to the other. So let's get this done. Okay, so I've used a little gasoline in a tin can and cleaned up everything. The crank is all taken apart. The bearings are nice and pretty now. They shake around in there. They're not all covered in peanut butter. All the bearing surfaces are clean. Here's the gooseneck here. It's all taken apart. Here's the bendix and the rear wheel. And here's the bearings for the back wheel. Front wheel. Back wheel has holdings for the bearings. Front wheel are all loose, and here holds the handlebars on. So now we're going to take a bucket of water outside and start cleaning up the frame and all the metal parts. Okay, this is all cleaned up and looks good, so I'm going to leave it out in the sun to dry. Right now I'll work on some of the chrome inside. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of the steel parts and clean them up with a little 4/0 steel wool. Okay, here it is. The bike is all done. It's all cleaned up and shiny, and all the wheels move freely. Crank works well. Steering works good. Brakes are in great shape. All the little steel and chrome is shined up. Even was able to find a new reflector for the front, the one that was busted. Only thing I wasn't able to do is replace the chain guard. It goes over this, but there's another piece that goes on the back, and I don't have that here, so I'll have to replace that another day. But all in all, I'm very happy how it turned out. I hope my granddaughter will like it. There it is, and thanks for watching.